Okay, it may film. So I'll just use my own this thing.
Okay.
All right. Then I will still keep an eye on it. So me, I'm going to launch an instance. Okay. I'm going to launch a Ubuntu 20. Yep, this one. Okay. I'm going to pick this one.
3, yeah.
Right. Next. This 15. For this tower. Same. Launch. Okay. So all I just need is the IP address.
Public IP.
Yeah. And these remote hosts, Ubuntu, my private key. Okay, good. So this is my Ubuntu server. All right, so I'll just go straight to the blog. Okay, just go straight to the blog. Okay. So I'm going to use Kubernetes. Okay, K3S.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first thing will be to upgrade. I'm not going to reboot. If I reboot it, to log me off. That's that out. Okay, just update and upgrade. So this second one you can skip
it. Okay.
So the next thing is to install lightweight Kubernetes. All right, lightweight Kubernetes. So you can this is also another option you can use. Okay, instead of having but it's not going to be like EKS. EKS is much, will give you AWS managed services on your Kubernetes. But everything is, if it's K3, just lightweight, but it will still work. Everything still works. All right. So I'm going to install K3S. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to copy these commands. Okay, this is still going on. Okay, so this is done. So the next thing is okay, this is installing. All right. let me check. Okay, so you do your kubectl get
Check nodes. Yeah.
yes. So I would prescribe this to you, so you don't have to wait 20 minutes to create your cluster. But if you want to do it on AWS, all right, you can just go ahead.
Yeah, for the sake of learning.
Yeah, for the sake of learning, use this. Okay, so this one is already, this is ready for you to do.
Okay.
When you do kubectl get node, you just see the Kubernetes master, the control plane. Okay, what you now need is your worker node. All right.
Okay.
I just get that command you used, copy it, paste it here. It will create the worker nodes for me. All right. So yeah, this one is getting the kubectl version. That's fine. So the next thing is, okay, we are going to deploy AWS X operator on Kubernetes. All right. And also install Git build essentials. All right. That's the process. Yes, right. Yes. Okay, so while this one is going on, I just get the next command. Okay. Next one is to namespace, export it to be AWS. This will be a global variable. And then I'll create the namespace using AWS. Okay. So a namespace is like you are naming your entire resource, or your
Okay.
has a name. Okay, so if you are referring to the clusters you created, you can reference it to that name. So you can have multiple clusters with different namespaces. Okay, that's the whole point of namespace. All right, good. So I've created this namespace. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing is to set the current context value to that our namespace. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this right here. If you get permission denied, just add a sudo.
Sudo. Yeah.
You see permission denied.
Uh-huh.
So I'll just add a sudo to it.
Okay.
See, you see context modified. All right. So next thing we'll do is we'll go into this folder, AWS operator.
Okay.
Before we go, let's do ls. Let's see. We don't have anything, but let's see what. Yep, there's nothing like that here. So you're actually missing something. Okay, so I am actually missing something. Yeah, I missed this part. Okay, I'm supposed to clone this. Yeah, I missed this part. After this
Update.
I'm supposed to do this clone. Okay, that's why. So when I clone it, it will bring that file out. So you see AWS.
Okay.
So if I did all these things, so I'm to see the AWS operator. Okay, I'm in here already. Okay. Now I'm to do all this. Okay, so I'll just copy all this.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to do one by one. Okay, that's one by one for safety. Okay. Okay. This is just telling you the tag. So here we are checking out the tag. Okay, cool. So the next thing we are going to do is deploy our AWX operator into our cluster. Okay, so I'll just do this, specify this namespace. Okay, next one is do a make deploy. Okay, so this is the deployment has been created, and the service also has been created. Okay, deployment is, you know, the application or the nodes that you have deployed to. Okay.
Okay.
Service, you know, exposes that that node, that pod. Okay. Exposes how you access it. Right. So the next thing we are going to do, okay, is we have to wait for our AWX operator.
Okay.
We're going to wait for the AWS operator. So you can wait by when we do kubectl get node, get pod, because the deployment has been created, the service has been created. That's all. 2/2 running. All right. Let's see if we still got more. Okay, cool. So this is what we are expected to see. All right.
Yes.
So this is our pod. All right. It's running on the node we have.
Okay.
It's a single node cluster. So what I mean by single node cluster is the same control plane that you have. That's where you have your cluster. All right. That's why if you do kubectl get nodes, this is the node you have. Do kubectl get pods. Okay. It's still the same. See.
Yeah.
You see that it's still the same. All right. Still the same. Okay, cool. So let me just clear my screen. Okay, so we have our pod running. Okay, so this part is how you are going to uninstall it. Okay, so don't uninstall this part. Do not uninstall. Skip it. All right, don't uninstall it. Let us use it because this is what we are doing. All right, we are using that. We are using that pod. Okay. We're using that pod, which is inside our node, which has that container running, all right, to install our Ansible AWX, okay? So what we are going to do is we are going to create a volume, okay? This is a manifest. We're going to create a volume, but they are doing it through the command line. We are just going to create a volume, and the name is static data PVC, and it will be read write once. That is, you can only read and write to it at one time. The storage will be 5 gig. Okay, so I'll just copy this entire thing here, and then enter. So we have created this volume. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do will be, let's see our volume. Okay, you see something like this pending. The reason why it will show pending is that the volume has not been attached to any pod yet. Okay, it will show pending. Okay, the reason is it has not been attached to any pod. Okay, so PVC means I think persistent volume. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is, okay, we are going to create a deployment file. All right, we're going to create a deployment file using AWX deployment. You can use VI or VIM. VIM is VI improved. Okay, it's an improved version, but it's still the same thing. Okay, I'll just copy what they have here. If you notice, okay, this uses AWX API. There's an API already for AWX. The kind is AWX. All right, so this is just the details that we are going to use. Okay, and what this will just do is it will just get us all the AWS installation and deployments. Okay, and then the service type will be node ports. Okay, so that we can be able to access it via this same node. Okay, I'll just do I here, paste it, WQ exclamation. All right, so I've saved that. So the next thing is to just run the deployment. Okay, so I'll do kubectl apply of that file I created. Paste it here. Okay, good. So I've done the deployment. Okay. Next thing will be, let's check the ports we have. Okay. Now you can watch it. Okay, using the watch command. Watch kubectl. It will be watching your pods in real time. Okay, and the specific port we are looking for is app.kubernetes.io/managed by equal to AWX operator. So we are looking for a pod that is managed by AWX operator. All right, so I'll just copy all this and it will be reporting as things are happening behind the scene. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so right now you see is only showing us this one. Oh, you see another one has popped up. Okay, and it's initializing. This is 0/4. It has to be 4/4. Okay, so why it's continuing is to be reporting. So you see the pod is initializing. Okay, we'll just give it some time for it to come till it gets to 4/4. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. The next thing, if you have any issues, like maybe you see something, if you see something like crash back loop, okay, this will help you fix it. Okay. You can just use all this to kind of fix the problem, but you may not get that issue. Okay. Now, once your pods are up, you find out that if you do your get PVC persistent volume, you see that the volume will show. It will not show pending like it was showing before. It will show that it has attached. Okay. So it's still initializing. Now it's 4/4. Good. Okay, it's 4/4. So let me get out of this place. I can do Q. If it doesn't work, do Control-C. Yep, so I'm out of that what statement. So our pod is up. So if I do kubectl get pods, sorry. Okay, yeah. So this is the pod that is running, that's going to serve our application. Okay, now how do we get the service? How do we access it? Okay, how do we access it? If you want to check the logs, Okay, you can use this to check the logs. Okay, if you want to check the volume, use this one to check the volume. All right. And the storage, you can use it to check the storage. Okay. But the most important thing, I think we are done with the installation. The most important thing here is to access it. How do we access the service? Okay. To check for any service that is running, you use kubectl get svc. Get the service. And the service we want is this particular one that is managed by AWS. Okay. You can specify the service, or you can just do kubectl get service. If you do kubectl get service, enter, it will give you, yeah. So these are the services that we have. Okay. And it's on the node port. Okay. On port, this is the port 32191. This is where it will be listening at. Okay, it will be listening on port 32191. It may be different for your own computer. All right. If I do this also, it will still give me the same result. It will give me, maybe it will give me the service for only my Ansible tower. Right. Okay. If I click paste this here, okay, you know, this first one gave me 3 services. Yeah. Now this one give me just 2. All right, you omit this one. Okay. It's the first one. All right. But still, the most important thing we need from this is this part here. You see this part. Okay. This port 80 is the container port, and this one is the port that we are listening on. Okay, that's the service. Okay, we can use to access this application in our cluster. All right. So we are going to go to that port on my this application. All right. So I'll go to my IP. I'll open this port 32191. Okay. So I'll just go over here. I'll click security. What is wizard? Edit. Add ports 32191. Right. Anywhere. And save. Okay. So if I go back to my EC2, let me see my running instances. I copy this. Let me say put it here. And port 32191. Enter. Okay. Now the next thing after accessing it is to get the password. Okay. So you can modify your ports. Okay. All you have to do is modify the service file. Okay. All right. The service file determines, you know, what port it is. All right. So you just modify the service file, do kubectl edit svc. Okay. And then change this port. Where you have ports, okay, change it to whatever port you want. Right. Okay. And open it on EC2. Yes, you open it on your terminal. Okay. And then once you save it, all right, it will automatically you can do your get service again. You see that it has mapped to the new one. Okay. And then you can access it just like you see I just did here now. So the username by default will be admin. Okay, but to get the password, you can do it 2 ways. You can use this command. Okay, get secret. You get the password from here. You can use this one, or you can use this. All right, both of them will give you the same results, but I prefer to use the other one. Okay, so I'll just come here, paste this. So this is the password here. This is the password from this place to here. That's the password. Okay. Or either I do that, or let me just clear my screen. Or I think the other one is better. I'll use this one. Copy this. Okay. Once I paste it here, you see it says password equal to. So this is the password.
Okay.
All right. So just copy and go over to my. So where's my listing? Okay, this is AWS. All right. The username is admin, and then the password is. I just paste it in. Log in. Boom. I think it's good I save it. I'll just save it. Okay, that's it. This is my Ansible Tower dashboard. All right. So I'm going to stop. Any questions?
Oh, it looks good.